I'm scared. I'm scared that this myth is gonna have angst, but that's practically almost every single. That's almost every single Love and Deep Space myth. So, I'd also like to thank my good friend for letting me borrow her account to play through this, because I did say I like going through the myth rather than seeing a video. As someone who's had to go through the videos before streaming, it does make a big difference going through the myth yourself. So I appreciate her letting me borrow her account. Oh my goodness, I appreciate her a lot. So I'd like to thank her again. Let's see. Immortality once brought lasting prosperity to Philos, and yet even it couldn't prevent the stagnation born from unchecked desires. When time ceased to be a limitation, the Philos civilization was unable to escape its inevitable decay. So this takes place on Philos. Got it. Got it. With the exception of the capital and its surrounding regions, which still clung to their luxurious lifestyles, most of the land had fallen into ruin. Remnants of advanced technology lay scattered across the planet, but a majority no longer worked, or they were simply forgotten. Philosians longed for their former glory, but they had to accept the bitter reality of societal and technological decline. The ruling elite in the Central District maintained their authority via strict surveillance, but beyond that illusion of grandeur lay something far worse. The more you traveled across the planet, the more you saw an empire in decline and the signs of an unavoidable demise. Strife raged tirelessly across the land, and the regime could only cling to life by relying on devastating weapons. Among the rebel leaders, a piece of intel circulated between them. The secret weapon that had crushed countless uprisings was a modified combat android designated as A01. From the Fall of Philosian Civilization Preface.
We have lost control of X-02, requesting emergency response protocols to be activated immediately.
There you are.
Well,
Can you hear me?
is that supposed to be?
I'll wake you up. We're going to get out of here.
Is that supposed to be like? Is that supposed to be baby Caleb? Not like baby Caleb, but like, you know what I mean. Real-time data of my vital signs flicker across the transparent glass of the experiment pod. A boy who's approximately my age and wearing a powered exoskeleton just like me touches my cheek against the barrier.
We finally meet, A01.
Oh, it is!
I'm X02. There's been a security breach, and the laboratory's control system was hacked. We can only run away while they're trying to fix it.
The stranger opens the experimental pod and extends his hand towards me.
Let's run away, A01.
Oh. I am A01, a secret weapon created by the government. My body was modified and encased in a powerful exoskeleton. My consciousness can be controlled as needed. Ah, now I take back my statement on what I said about the Ken doll thing months ago. My Ken doll remark that I said a while back, forever ago, I take it back. I take it back. People fear me, avoid me, and alter my configurations. So why would someone reach out to me? Without thinking, I take his hand, pull out the tubes connected to my body, and step out of the experimental pod. The boy leads me through the labyrinth corridors, and we dodge patrol robots at every turn. We break through several disabled barriers. I leave the lab fully conscious for the first time. Othan Laboratory is entirely underground. The boy leads me through a hidden passageway and remains silent. Maybe it's to avoid being detected, only the sound of our footsteps fills the dark, empty tunnel. At the end of the passageway lies a vast expanse of wild grass. The sky floats between night and day. In the gloomy darkness, the wasteland stretches endlessly before us. There's no telling how long it will take to traverse.
I'm sorry. I didn't expect the tunnel to lead us here.
Oh, bendito. It's the fact that she hasn't said a single word. Thank you. Acting out voice lines is rough. The temperature outside is significantly warmer than the lab. My body registers the heat.
Is it too hot for you? It's currently summer. The laboratory always felt the same, but it's different outside. The sweltering heat, the sweat, and the thriving trees. This is the summer I know.
Do you think this is how their dynamic was in their current timeline? Low-key when they were younger? When they were in the Gaia Research Center specifically. The long grass grazes my calves as the warm night breeze sweeps across the field. The vivid sensation is foreign to me. We keep moving. Despite knowing we could be caught at any moment, I feel strangely at ease.
Everything outside the laboratory is new. I'll take you to any place you want to visit.
Oh.
I guess you've only ever been sent to battlefields. You must hate areas like that.
Walking beside me, the boy seems lost in thought.
I've been sent to one of those battlefields too. It was a desert, and the war lasted a month. Some soldiers would search for fresh fruit during their breaks. There's this fruit that comes from a tree called Silverglow, and it glows with a silvery white light. Even its seed shines.
His fingers, encased in his powered exoskeleton, gently rest on my palm while he speaks. The cold, black metal traces my palm and leaves behind a seed that emanates a soft, silvery white glow.
I kept one as a keepsake.
I picked up the tiny seed and observed its soft light flicker through its patterns. Taste. My weakness. Surprised, he lowers his head to look at me.
Do you want to know how it tastes?
I nod, and the corners of his lips immediately curl into a smile.
If you want to try it, we'll find those Silverglow fruits. Now you have a place you want to visit.
I pause and turn to look at him, but his holographic visor hides his expression. Why do you want me to have a place I want to visit?
Because Then I'll have somewhere I want to go too.
Oh. I don't understand.
It's because I'm your friend.
His voice is clear and certain.
My job is to take you to the places you want to visit.
As if reflecting the brightness in his voice, a golden ray of sunlight ignites the pale-colored horizon. A tender golden red glow spreads from the edge of the sky. It becomes more vibrant with each passing moment. Sunlight pierces the morning mist and illuminates the dewdrops on the grass. A dawn unlike what I've seen before arrives. I can't help but stop and look up at the sky. Summer, daybreak.
Is this the first time you've seen it?
I don't remember. They erase my memories once I return to the lab. Damn, that's f***ed up. My gaze returns to his face.
Once we're out of this wasteland, it'll be more difficult for them to find us. And the system can only erase memories it knows about. What we see now is ours alone. A secret between us.
After thinking for a moment, I point at him. Calming, encouraging, bright. Caleb. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. She named him? She named him? Secret. He seems to immediately understand what I'm saying.
Is that a code? It sounds like a name.
XO2. Caleb. He leans down and gently pats my head with his armored hand.
Can I use it as my name?
Caleb. His voice is lively and gentle.
Of course. I won't let you forget. From now on, we can experience this together every year. And Caleb will be someone you see every day.
He extends his pinky finger towards me. Perplexed, I look at him.
Hold out your finger, like this.
I hesitate for a moment, then I raise my right hand and extend my pinky. Our armored pinky fingers hook together.
Now we've made a promise. We'll stay together every day and never be apart.
Oh.
Test subjects have been located. Activating capture protocols. Use any means necessary.
Our promise barely began before it was broken in the cruelest way possible. I can hardly recall how I was captured. My mind is a blur of laser fire and soldiers collapsing under my floating blades. The place where I had first tasted freedom turned into that familiar battlefield in an instant. The boy protects me from a lethal laser blast. He falls in front of me.
Get out of here. Run.
No! Oh my goodness! I stab my floating blades into the soldiers and ignore the wounds I continue to get. My vision blurs. Through the haze, I see his body dragged away by robots. Caleb. A dull thud resounds as the laser pierces my powered exoskeleton. I fall onto the blood-soaked grass, and the sky turns into a blinding blood red. Amid the sea of blood, a faint silver light flickers before my eyes. The silver glow fruit. I don't know when the glimmering seed fell, but it now rests beside my right hand. With the last of my strength, I struggle to wrap my fingers around it. This is the last image I remember before losing consciousness.
2 test subjects have been apprehended, commencing full examination followed by solitary confinement.
What the
Commencing comprehensive examination of the test subject.
That loathsome familiar voice invades my ears, but my mind remains foggy.
A01. Energy signature. Destructio. Preliminary assessment complete. Bodily impairment at 91%. Comprehensive modification and repairs required. Initiating the memory extraction protocol is recommended. X02. Energy signature. Construo. Preliminary assessment complete. Bodily impairment at 78%. Prioritizing the extraction of its energy for A01's repairs is recommended. Activating memory extraction protocol for A01. Keywords are as follows. X02. Friend.
My subconscious is plunged into chaos as a boy's face keeps appearing in my mind. The scent of wild grass in summer and how plants touched my skin, the silver fruit seed, the sunrise. Our hooked pinkies, the promise we made. A daybreak unlike any other, one that will never fade from my memory. XO2. Caleb.
Memory extraction complete. We will now proceed to modify and repair A01.
I used that one day to remember someone who didn't have a name. My memories are once again consumed by the lab and battlefield. My body undergoes more modifications. Stricter control mechanisms are imposed on my body and mind. I'm sent out to fight. I kill, get wounded, black out, and wake up fully repaired. Then, I'm sent out to fight. I kill, get wounded, black out, and wake up fully repaired. I'm sent out to fight. I kill, get wounded, black out, and wake up fully repaired. Then I'm sent out to fight. I kill. I never get another chance to escape from the lab. Deep within my consciousness, I repeat that one name over and over again. Caleb. Y'all, what the fuck did I get myself into? Oh no. Oh no. The experiment ID AX42B. Date, Philo's calendar year. Recorded by Othin 1779-8. Objectives: 1. Determine the nature and interrelations of A01 and XO2's powers. 2. Observe their behaviors and responses under various environments and stimuli. 3. Assess the planetary impact of their powers. Othin's Research Bureau Report number 8341. Huh. As usual, I'm confined to the experimental pod. My mind is hazy, but I still can see and hear. I just returned from the battlefield. Fragments of violent images still flash between my thoughts. I try to find my one solace amid chaotic memories. Whenever I think of the name Caleb, I get a moment's respite in this endless loop. However, the memories tied to that name are shrouded in fog.
Goddamn. Goddamn.
The silence in the laboratory is shattered. Violent tremors bring the seemingly sturdy walls crashing down. The transparent wall of my chamber breaks. In the dust, countless fragments reflect a single figure. A tall figure wearing a powered exoskeleton approaches. A mix of familiarity and strangeness grips me upon seeing that black armor. He reaches out and touches my cheek against the transparent barrier of the experimental pod.
Do you recognize me, A01? I'll wake you up.
I feel his fingers touch the crystal switch at my throat. He taps a few times on the holographic panel that appears. It's as if a fog is lifted. My senses return to my body. My lips tremble as I look at the man before me. I search through my memories, but only one name surfaces. Caleb?
That's me. The rebels have attacked the Central District. They're looking for you, A01.
Oh? Oh? Pourquoi?
The lab's systems have been destroyed. We can use this chance to escape.
We? I don't know who you are. I only know your name.
I'm Caleb, your friend.
A friend? Oh no.
All you need to know is that this isn't our first time escaping.
There's a strange familiarity in his voice, which stirs my fragmented memories. I remember escaping with Caleb before. He is taken aback, then he extends his hand towards me.
I promise, this will be our last escape.
Huh. That better be a promise well kept.
The test subject has escaped. Requesting interception immediately.
No, brother, this guy stinks. The laboratory collapses under heavy bombardment, but the robots continue their relentless pursuit. We end up fighting our way out. Caleb leads me to a hidden underground warehouse where, to my surprise, an aircraft awaits. He skillfully pilots it and takes us into the clouds despite the intensifying gunfire. Quiet. The aircraft slices through the sky and the massive laboratory is already out of sight. Does this mean we've escaped?
Not yet.
Warning. Multiple aircraft detected.
Oh, Lord.
Estimated hostile forces exceed 200 units. Immediate action required.
200?
It looks like the government is more interested in capturing you than fighting the rebels.
Not the government being after me. They want me as a weapon.
They won't last long without you. But the rebels won't let you go either.
Everybody wants this. Are you scared?
This is our last escape. We either succeed or die. Being captured isn't an option.
Outside the windshield are swarms of aircraft piercing the thick clouds. I stand and walk towards the cabin door. They'll try to shoot us down, protect the aircraft.
You're the one I need to protect.
Wow. Before I can react, he's already beside me.
This is our escape. I won't let you fight alone.
Wow. Caleb opens the cabin door. A dark, gloomy force spreads from his palm and suspends our aircraft in mid-air. You're evil.
I'll help you.
I nod and leap out of the cabin. Held aloft by an invisible force, I summon my floating blades. The giant black swords swiftly strike the approaching aircraft one after another. Thick smoke engulfs our vision as enemy aircraft burn and explode. They're like a firework display celebrating our escape. That was a fat L. I'll take the L though. Endless lasers weave a net of destruction, and it's impossible to avoid. Both Caleb and I are struck. I'm used to pain, and we have no other choice this time. The last enemy aircraft is sliced in half, and it plummets to the ground. I look down at the burning wreckage far below. An exhaustion I've never felt before hits me. The injury-induced dizziness returns. I fall backward, yet I don't plummet from the sky. A pair of hands catches me from behind, and my body relaxes. I can trust the person holding me.
Emergency protocol has been deactivated. Switching to autopilot mode.
My mind is still a blur. I groggily open my eyes to see him.
We're leaving the Central District. They shouldn't be able to catch up to us for now.
Resting on the floor of the cockpit, I watch as he kneels before me and examines my injuries.
Your mechanical body is severely damaged. I'll do my best to repair it.
He gently lifts my hand and turns my palm upward. His other hand aligns perfectly with mine.
I suspect this is your first time being repaired while conscious. You might feel some strange sensations, but that's normal.
Our connected mechanical parts seamlessly shift and form a transfer port that locks our palms together. I'm not sure if I imagined it or not, but I feel cold energy tinged with pain flow into me. I try to pull back my hand, but Caleb gently squeezes it. Our fingers intertwine.
Just a few more seconds.
A sharper pain crashes into me, and I feel as if every wound is set aflame. My body burns and my mind teeters on the edge of chaos. It hurts. Caleb, it hurts so much. He stiffens for a moment. Then he carefully moves his other arm to pat my trembling back.
It'll be okay. I was always the one to repair you when you returned from battle.
I instinctively hug him with my free arm. I rest my head on his shoulder as if this gesture could somehow ease the pain. Don't leave me.
I won't. I will never leave you again.
The burning pain inside me gradually subsides. The energy flowing through me changes from freezing cold to warm. It's like I'm returning to a place that feels like home. I slowly close my eyes and feel an unprecedented sense of peace in my heart. Deep down, I believe that when I open my eyes again, I won't be alone anymore. Caleb gently places the girl in the co-pilot seat as the desolate landscape appears outside the porthole. Even though the aircraft has left the central district, he doesn't feel relieved. His energy is fading. He could repair her damaged body before, but now he can't even restore her to a stable state despite using all his strength. Their powers are bound to the same source. So as one grows stronger, the other becomes weaker. His decline can only mean one thing. The Destructio energy is getting stronger, coinciding with the escalating strife that continues to engulf this planet. And when this energy grows unchecked, the first thing it destroys is the vessel containing it. It's like this time it's like at least this time they're telling me ahead of time, hey, so here's the dealio, here's the sitch. Y'all both dying, whether y'all like it or not. At least they're letting me know 8 chapters ahead of time. Yeah. I'm only 2 chapters in and I already know they're gonna die. But the question is, how emotional is it gonna be? Because I already feel like I'm gonna be pretty. Experiment ID A01UW175. Date Philos calendar year. Recorded by Othin 17799. Objectives: 1. Use visual and auditory stimuli to make A01 intermittently aware of XO2's existence and observe her reactions. 2. Analyze AO1's emotional state and energy fluctuations to assess the fundamental attraction between the two. 3. Evaluate the stability of AO1's autonomous consciousness and behavioral patterns after becoming aware of XO2. Othin's Research Bureau Report number 8527. I don't know how long I've slept. When I open my eyes, I find myself in a small rocky cave. A small campfire burns at the cave's entrance. A familiar figure is looking into the dancing flames. I slowly step outside to see a vast desert. Caleb hears me and quickly turns around. Look at that! She finally gets to see his face. His holographic visor is gone. I can't help but stare at him.
What's wrong? Do you feel unwell?
I've never seen your eyes before.
Do they look weird?
I walk up to him, cup his face, and look into his eyes. I don't blink. Your eyes, they remind me of a scene.
What kind?
An image surfaces in my mind. A sky floats between night and day from many years ago. Either sunrise or sunset. The summer sky just before sunrise.
That's something we saw 10 years ago. How much do you remember?
I shake my head. Only bits and pieces. And your name. He falls silent. Then he pats the spot next to him.
Are you hungry? Let's eat something.
He gives me a fruit. Its red spines were burned off. It's not a nutrient nugget. His expression becomes one of utter disgust.
We're no longer in the lab, so we're never eating those things again.
He said, who do we look like eating rations anymore?
These are red thorn grass fruits. They're rich in protein and nutrients.
I take the warm fruit and bite into it. Slightly charred and crispy, it's salty. That's surprising. He closely watches my reaction.
Do you like it?
It's not bad.
Here, try this.
He speaks in a more cheerful tone as he gives me a berry with blue and white stripes. Huh?
It's a blue stripe berry, perfect for quenching your thirst.
I pop it into my mouth. Cool, sweet juice encases my tongue. For a long time, my taste buds only knew the artificial flavors of nutrient nuggets. But thanks to this single berry, the world beyond the lab has revealed itself to me. It's sweet. So this is what sweetness tastes like.
You like it, right? I'll remember that for later.
You seem to be knowledgeable about these fruits.
I was deployed in a desert once. The environment and vegetation were a lot like this.
A sense of familiarity washes over me. I reach into my pocket and pull out the silver fruit seed I've kept hidden. What about this? Do you recognize it? Surprise flashes across Caleb's face, and his eyes light up like they've caught the fire's glow.
You kept it this whole time. It's a seed from the silver glow fruit. The fruit itself looks like this.
Before I know it, a fruit emitting a soft silvery white glow appears in his palm.
Do you want to know what it tastes like?
I nod and bite into the fruit. Sweet and sour flavors blend on my tongue. There's also a hint of bitterness. The taste is hard to describe in one word, but I don't hate it.
At long last, I brought you to a place where silver glow fruit grows.
Oh. Seeing my confusion, he responds with a relieved smile. Did we make a promise before?
Yes, this was part of it.
Do promises made many years ago still need to be kept?
They must.
The voice is gentle yet firm, and the moonlight watching over the wasteland casts a soft glow on his face. An emotion wells up inside me. I want to remember the promise we once made. After we finish the fresh fruit, Kayla puts out the fire and moves the spare sleep pod from the aircraft to the cave. The inflatable sleep pod quickly takes shape, and he starts to set up another one. I don't need it.
This sleep pod will help your body and mind rest properly.
It's too cramped. I don't like it. I sit down and lean back against the rock wall near the cave's entrance.
Are you going to sleep like that all night?
Yes.
If you don't like the sleep pod, use it as a mattress inside the cave at least. Then you can stretch out.
The cave isn't any better. She's not already getting a nitpicky attitude. Oh my gosh. Caleb looks at the dark, cramped cave and seemingly comes to a realization. He moves closer to the entrance and sits down next to me. He positions himself as if he were my shield.
Right. You know, I also don't like being alone.
It's very windy near the entrance.
That's why this spot is mine.
I turn my head and our gazes meet.
In the lab, we were actually separated by one wall. And it was a mirror in my room.
Oh?
I didn't realize it was one way until it got destroyed.
Oh?
You were in the room next to mine and could always see me, right?
I nod as I recall that transparent wall. It was like a stage built for an audience of one. Me. The sole actor on that stage was a prisoner. The boy in the other room. Confined to the experimental pod and unable to make a sound, I was forced to watch his loneliness and pain play out. It felt like an experiment.
Were you able to hear me?
All kinds of plants can grow in the desert. There are blue striped berries, red thorn grass, and the silver glow fruit you were curious about as a child. Would you like to go to an amusement park? I used the system to find the dreamiest one in all of Philos. This amusement park floats in the sky. Even the clouds are pink and purple. I want to take you there. It's like a paradise. You'll like it. I calmly repeat his past monologues. He's slightly stunned. I heard everything you said in the lab. But only now do I realize you were talking to me. The wasteland's moonlight is reflected in his eyes, and his expression seems more animated.
Then you must have heard what I said every night.
Oh! Good night, my one and only.
What about you?
Oh my goodness. I had no one to say those words to, so I never said them. He turns to look at me, and his gaze becomes serious.
Have you given yourself a name?
I pause before looking at him. No one has ever called me by a name.
Well, now you have someone who will.
He lowers his gaze and carefully repeats the name several times. When he looks up again, his features soften.
From now on, we'll hear the words we want to hear. Good night.
Good night, Caleb. I close my eyes and listen to his steady breathing nearby. I unconsciously rest my head against his shoulder. I slept well that night. No sudden awakenings, no dreams.